Men create gods after their own image, not only with regard to their form, but with regard to their mode of life, meaning God actually has not only always been a desperate and a tragic and a hopeless creation of man, but is also always created, invented, developed precisely and exactly in the image, reputation, character, morality, virtue, and ways of life of man. So man always makes God in his own image. God is the direct result and consequence of man's thinking, vision, integrity, morality, character, and it's also always man's fear, anxiety, obsession, possession for death, for the ultimate eventuality of life, for the inevitable, that he always wants to be able to prevent it, and he also wants to be able to live with comfort, relaxation, pleasure, amenities, possessions, fame in his life, and also essentially everything else that he possesses, achieves, overcomes in his life, that he just does not want to die at all. And he also holds on to everything, not only internally but also externally, materialistically, societally, and that is absolutely wrong. We should come into contact with things for very limited periods of time, keeping the understanding in mind that everything is ultimately limited and is going to vanish, fade, and disappear into nothingness. And that's not just our own creations, inventions, innovations, but also ourselves. We are not even permanent, we are not even immortal, we are very much finite, limited, relative. Our mind is relative, not absolute. It is constantly deviated, diverted, manipulated by the others' judgments, thinking, perception, reality, thoughts, opinions about ourselves, and it also always constantly desires and demands to be externally validated, approved, acknowledged, not just by itself but also by the others, most importantly. So, obviously, God is the direct invention and creation of man in the world. Otherwise, God cannot exist with that much identity, certainty, accuracy, precision, sovereignty if it just was not created by some living organism or some biological being in the first place. And that is man himself who created God in his own image and also in accordance with his quality, character, tragedy, downfall, success, setback, accomplishment, achievement, and that's why the gods are also accomplished and successful. The gods also displays differentiating, distinguishing characteristics that resemble man because man wanted God to be that way, because man is the creator, developer, originator of God, and not that God himself is the origin. Now, God exists as a sovereign universal entity